Tesla scraps plan for low-cost car amid fierce competition from Chinese EVs, report, says Reuters. Are you surprised? You see, Tesla also promised a pickup truck that did not come out till about, 7-8 years later, and it was supposed to be the game changer. But instead, it was a cockroach mixed with a stainless steel refrigerator, and the people were repulsed by it. Hi guys, welcome back to my channel, The Wealthy Mindset. It's yours truly, Money Making Mitch. And as usual guys, this is not financial advice. Please do your own due diligence and research. Yes, you see, Elon is busy with Mars, Jupiter, Pluto, Uranus, Saturn, Neptune, Venus, Mercury, but he is not concentrating here on Earth. Reuters reported that Tesla has cancelled its long-promised low-cost car expected to start at about $25,000. Tesla has cancelled a long-promised cheap car that investors had been counting on to propel its growth, like the Model 3 did at one point. As a mass market automakers, Reuters reported yesterday. The US electric vehicle maker will continue to develop self-driving robo-taxis instead on the same small vehicle platform. Robo-taxis that they are way behind on because, excuse me guys, Nio has that God chip in the making. China already has robo-taxis that take people from the airport, and I think it's in Beijing. The decision signals Tesla's abandonment of its long-term goal, which CEO Elon Musk has often cited as its primary mission. Now remember, when he came out with the Cybertruck, they even gave one to Jay Leno. I don't know how many of you guys outside of America who knows who Jay Leno is. He was a talk show host. And they gave him one to try to promote it, you know. Even Jay Leno has one because he collects a lot of exotic looking cars and different things like that. And they forced it on the poor man. He didn't want it. In fact, it's a planter on the back of his yard, in his backyard now. He has plants on top of it. He's so ashamed of it. The neighbors don't even want to see it. So Elon Musk has often cited as at its primary mission affordable electric cars for the masses, the report noted. As recently as January, Musk told investors that the company planned to begin production of the affordable model at its Texas factory in the second half of 2025. Yes, just like the Cybertruck, then it will be 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, and they'll be done. They'll be dead before the end of next year. You see, one Tesla fatbag came and put a comment on my channel saying, it looks like he'll buy it when it hits $2. And I asked him, yes, I told him, I said, yes, that's what I'm planning to do with Tesla because it will hit $2. And when it does, it'll make a spike, I believe. So I want to get it at $2, buy about 1,000 shares, it spike to $2.50 and get rid of it before I go completely bankrupt. Musk denied the latest Reuters report stating on the X platform he owns, formerly known as Twitter, that Reuters is not telling the truth. But see, even when he came out with the Cybertruck, he admitted it dug his grave. They made a big mistake. They wasted hundreds of millions on this project of shareholders' money. And you want to know why? The stock tanked again on Friday and it's going to continue to tank. And I told you guys this. People who bought Tesla, you see, in the $500 range, $400, $300, now they are, oh my God, Mitch, don't say that. It's coming. It's coming. You see, they ask the South American people, how do you like BYD? And I showed a clip of it on the American news went over there and they love it. The South American, Central American people can't wait. They're buying it up. And then they asked them, they said Tesla is also thinking about coming. What do you think? Look at what they had to say on this clip, guys.
Subió la marea. Había subido la marea y encontré una paella.
Alright guys, welcome back. And then they ask the Chinese people, what do you think about buying some more Model 3s and Model Ys? And this is what they had to say.
一想到你我就
Yes, the people of the world, just like us here in America, don't want rat poop. They understand it is rat poop. So, listen to what was reported on CNBC yesterday. I told you guys the rhetoric will be changing. Did I not say this? And let me also say this, guys. They've banned me completely from posting on Facebook. So I would ask you guys, don't post this on your Facebook, these videos, because they will probably ban you guys as well from posting any videos on your groups or etc. etc. You see, the current administration has been doing this for a while. This is why I will give Elon credit for this much. He took over Twitter when he bought it over for free speech to flourish. And it was because of things like this. If the current administration don't like what you're saying, they will block you. Our freedom of speech is being eroded heavily here in America. It's very sad. I wouldn't be surprised if YouTube shut me down as well, just like they did with Jason Hinkle, just like they're trying to do with Max Blumenthal, just like they're going to probably, well, they're not going to do it to George Galloway because he's too big of a figure. But a lot of people are speaking the truth and using critical thinking. For example, if someone takes a knife and go and kill 20 women and children, will you support it? Exactly. So when I talk about it, that this current administration is supporting a genocide and giving bombs to kill women and children, Mitch, you shouldn't say that. But this is the way I am. I have to speak the truth. I'm not a tribalist. I don't belong to any tribe. But anyway, guys, I told you all, CNBC, and let me just say this, if they do block my channel, I'm also on Rumble. Next video, I'll give you guys the name of my Rumble channel, in case they block me on here. But I told you all that the rhetoric will change. I told you all. You saw in my last video, I showed the Tatavosian, Pupavosian animal who was telling you it's a cell and was pretending to not know anything about battery as a surface, etc., etc., and all giving back energy to, selling back energy to the grid. The ET9, we're going into other countries, etc., etc., the sub-brands, plural, coming out. He pretended he didn't even mention those things. Now his tongue is starting to change because his masters at the Motley Fool is telling him time to change. We bought enough shares, boy. Same thing with CNBC. China's Nio to expand battery swap services to gain an edge on EV infrastructure. Since November, Nio has partnered with at least 4 Chinese automakers, Chang'an, Geely, Chery, and JAC for developing battery swap standards and expanding the network in China. Combined, that's way bigger than BYD sales, okay? Combined. So wrap your head around that. What's going to happen in our next earning call and our next earning call? Nio has installed more than 2,300 battery swap stations, but said less than a fifth currently are breaking even. Of course. But watch and wait to see what's happening with our sub-brands and the amount of people now going to be using our battery swap stations. And the new generations are all going to be equipped with the solar panels to sell back energy to the grid. Excuse me, guys. The company investment in battery swap stations is about 2 years ahead of market demand. Did that happen by chance? Is that a bad thing? I ask you all. I ask you, put it in the comment. The company's investment in battery swap station is about 2 years ahead of market demand. So we have enough battery swap stations to already keep up with the demand and way ahead of that. And why did Emperor William Lee do that, my fellow lions and lionesses? To prepare for Alps. To prepare for Onvo and all of the other brands coming out. Right after Onvo, I said we have another one coming out soon after. To prepare for that. And you all are still asking? Mitch, I hope. Don't hope, boy. Do your research and due diligence. Someone also commented, Mitch, what do you think about Bailey Gifford selling shares? You know, a lot of shares, right? You see, Warren Buffett also at one point sold a lot of his holdings from BYD. I think it was a year ago, something like that. Boy, is he sorry now. Because you see what BYD has done since then. He probably only sold again because of the administration pressure on him, the current administration. So, if I were to do a video and say to you guys, I was wrong, like Mo, remember Mo from the Three Stooges? He said he was wrong and almost made me puke in my mouth. But what if I came out and said I was wrong and I just sold all my shares, it was a disaster, this company's going nowhere? What would you do? Would you sell your shares? No, you would not. It's the same thing. Warren Buffett made mistakes in the past as well. He is one of my idols, but no one is perfect. He made a big mistake with BYD. And as BYD, as we see with that pickup truck, spy photos were shown, and this is real now, it's being confirmed. They are going to be using our battery swaps, and they're keeping it hush-hush for now till we roll out more battery swap stations. A real truck, actually, not like the cockroach stainless steel refrigerator, a real pickup truck. What do you think will happen with our share price? What do you think will happen when all of them start paying us to use our battery swap stations? So the company investment in battery swap stations is about 2 years ahead of market demand. CEO Emperor William Lee said at an event last month. Here Nio announced a partnership with battery giant CATL. Did you guys forget that? Did you guys forget that partnership? And I said it and I'll say it again. There are mergers coming. Wait and see. Chinese electric car company Nio has been expanding its battery swap partnerships in a bid to gain an edge on the infrastructure side of the EV ecosystem. Unlike rat poop Tesla, we have created an ecosystem. When they said, oh, why are you wasting money on phones? Why are you wasting money on wearables? Why are you wasting money on battery swap stations? We want quick profits. Do what Tesla did. We don't care if the business doesn't succeed in the future and it fails. We just want quick profits. And Emperor Lee said, shut your mouth, boy. In fact, he hired me to say that. Well, he didn't hire me, but I'm doing it for free for him. Since November, Nio has partnered with at least 4 Chinese automakers, Chang'an, Geely, Chery, and JSC for developing battery swap standards and expanding the network in China. Nio also announced agreements earlier this month. And in terms of the ecosystem, they also said our Nio houses was a waste. It was not a waste, boy. We are selling something like when you go and you buy a Gucci, a Prada, top notch. We have the top notch facilities for the CEOs to gather with your wives and children and hang out and talk business. It's an ecosystem, boy. Something that Elon Musk didn't understand. That's why battery as a service did not work for him, and that's why they're going to fail and go bankrupt. Nio also announced agreements earlier this year to work with 2 local battery companies on battery swap services. Did you all forget that? And you're worrying about what Bailey Gifford did when others keep buying, other big institutions? So, I hope you guys understand that the rhetoric is now changing because they probably bought enough shares. Excuse me, guys. Gotta have some gin and juice. No, I'm just kidding. Seltzer water. The rhetoric is starting to change. Some people say, oh, it's going to go to $1. I hope so. I hope so. Because the last time it kept falling, what did Making Mitch keep doing? I bought another 60 shares for my son this week. I'm bringing his average down. Next week, I'm going to concentrate on his portfolio and buy another 50 again, another 50 again, another 50 again. But by that time, the ON4 will be released. Expecting, remember Money Making Mix said this, expecting over 80,000 orders, just like Xiaomi did with their car. Because people understand that the Model Y is dead. You see, Elon Musk just decreased the price on the Model Y again. First, he said 0 financing, 0, out of pure desperation. Yet again, he's pooping in himself. 0 financing. And still, they asked the Chinaman, what do you think now? And this is what he said.
一想到你我就
Yes, that is what he said. And they asked him, what about the price cut in the Model Y? What about that? Are you going to buy the Model Y now and forget what that guy William Lee said about the Envoy is going to be way more technologically advanced with battery swapping, but here you're getting this cheaper. What do you think now? And this is what the Chinaman said.
一想到你我就
Alright guys, so I hope you guys found this video to be informational, inspirational. Now that they blocked me on Facebook, I expect you guys to keep hitting that thumbs up to bring awareness to my channel on here and to bring awareness to Nio. And if you haven't yet subscribed, you might want to think about doing so, because in this channel we have that warrior mindset, waking up the middle class to get a piece of the pie. And like 50 said, we get rich or we die trying, guys.